In October of 2001, the Alpena, Michigan Fire Department responded to a house fire. After putting out the flames, they found the body of 69-year-old James Orbin lying on his kitchen floor. The investigation into the fire revealed that not only had James been murdered before the fire started, they also found traces of gasoline around most of the home. James lived alone in his home, and he had very few friends. James's neighbor, 21-year-old Mellissa Bredow, was a single mother who spent a lot of time with James. She would help him around the house, buy his groceries, and just sit and talk for hours. The two had become very close. Witnesses would say they even saw them holding hands and kissing. A few months prior to the fire, Mellissa had reunited with her child's father, 21-year-old Jason Belanger. It didn't take long before Jason moved in with Mellissa, and he asked her to marry him. After the police were made aware of the story, they began to wonder if James's death was a result of a jealous boyfriend, so they asked the couple to come in for questioning. They began with Jason. After spending some time with him using the usual interrogation tactics and disproving his lies, Jason finally decided to tell the truth.
All right, we're going to ask you to go through from the beginning, wherever you think it's important to start, to tell this whole story. And the most important thing is that you tell the truth. And that'll make it a lot easier for us to evaluate and everything. So would you just tell the story and we'll listen?
Well, actually, it started when Mellissa Bredow at the time, she had gotten money from James Orbin to give me to go downstate, and I got some drugs with it. And I had came back, and I ran out of drugs, and I was kind of, I don't want to say I was flipped out, but I was kind of like going through a withdrawal. And I asked her if she could give me some more money, and she brought up that, we can get a lot of money if I can find somebody to take care of Jimbo, as that's what she called him. And then she proceeded to tell me that actually kill him, and she said that she was in his will for $2 million, a car, and either a hunting camp or a cottage of some kind. And I believed her. And then we said it. We basically talked about it and how it could be done. And she asked me if I could get a gun, and I told her the only way I could get a gun, I'd have to go downstate to do that. And then that was about the only conversation for that day. So it was basically this was the plan. We're gonna kill him, I guess. I was gonna do it. And then she started bringing things up to me about like when I was 13, he tried to run me over in a pickup one time, and she would bring things like that up. But I don't know if it was trying to get it in my head, like maybe I didn't like this guy from the past, so maybe it would help me to do it, I guess. And because I didn't much care for him when I was 13 years old. He tried to run me over. He chased me down quite a bit, and so that was all set up. And then Missy came up with the idea. I don't know where she would have got it. She's not very bright, but she said that the Michigan law states that if we were married, we couldn't testify against each other. And I didn't know if that was true or not, so I said fine. So we had set up, basically we're going to get married.
Jason explains that Mellissa was the mastermind behind the murder, and she even tried manipulating other men to do her bidding. While Jason is confessing, Mellissa is quietly sitting in another room, waiting for her turn to be interrogated.
I just basically stayed home, got drunk and high and whatnot, and I waited till it got dark, and then I went over, and then I killed him. And after that, I left and I went to the bingo hall, and I told her it was done, and she told me to go home and take a shower, so I did. So I put all my clothes in a garbage bag, and I jumped in the shower. And I was only in the shower for like 10 seconds, 2 minutes maybe, and I yelled out to her to tell her that all my clothes were over at her mom's house getting washed. And Missy said that, nobody really goes to his house. Her exact words were, that son of a bitch can probably sit there and rot and nobody would find him. And I was dumping gas in the kitchen, a little bit in the living room, and I ran some gas down the steps, lit the house on fire. And the next day, we went over to Missy's parents' house, and then after that, me and Missy came to the conclusion that, we better get married real quick. And she had picked up our marriage license that Monday too, so we got married on Thursday. She just wanted them dead because supposedly, I mean, I wasn't thinking of it at the time, but now I think, he never lived like he had $2 million, but supposedly she was getting $2 million, a green car, and either a hunting camp or a cottage out behind the cement plant. And, we're going to live happily ever after, basically, and I was all messed up on drugs, and, money seemed kind of good. And, she told me she was pregnant, and I thought it was my kid, so that, kind of came into mind when,
Now that they know Melissa was the mastermind behind the murder, detectives must now speak with her and try and get her to confess. They know Melissa is more intelligent than Jason, so they decide to be aggressive from the start.
We got copies of the warrants, okay, so I'm going to go over those with you, okay? Looks like you got a first-degree homicide warrant. You also have a conspiracy to commit an illegal act, homicide, solicitation, murder.
They're charging me more than they're charging him.
They're charging you with 4 counts, obviously, and it looks like there's no bond on that.
The detectives come out of the gate swinging with warrants for murder ready to go. This strategy is usually not very effective, because once a suspect knows the situation is legal, they tend to shut down, get defensive, and ask for a lawyer.
You haven't been completely truthful with everything.
Yes,
Let me finish, okay? Just let me finish. Just hear me out. I think that you've been truthful with some things, but I don't think that you've given the complete picture. I think that there's a portion of the truth here, but I think that there's more to it. And
Forget it.
we want to be able
Just
to...
forget it, all right?
Okay.
No, you guys are trying to help. Forget it.
But
I'm
you know what?
only guilty. Get my time over with. I'm going to my kids when they're 20 years old.
Well, you know what? I don't want to see that happen, okay? I don't want to see you go home to that
Oh,
when
you're not going to see anything different, honey, because that's what's going to happen.
Listen to me. Listen to me, okay?
Listen to us.
This is your day to help yourself. This is your day to lay everything out. Don't talk. I just want you to listen.
He come to me and told me
Okay.
that he murdered my best friend.
Okay. And so that's why it's important for you.
Just ask me what you want to ask me so I can get it over with and get the out peanuts so I can tell my husband a piece of my mind when I get there.
Okay. And I understand that you're upset with him. I don't blame you. Okay.
And he's going to hear me from that whole jail cell because I'm going to make sure of it.
Okay. But take care of that later. Right now, you got to worry about you.
Jimbo didn't have anything. Jimbo, all he had was an old beat up truck. No, I'm going to tell you from the day one I met Jimbo. Big deal, I slept in his bed. Big deal, I did things with him. Big deal, we went for rides. We go and do things together that nobody else had. And no other girls had that with Jimbo. He was mine. Right. Just like he claimed I was his.
And you know what, Missy? I understand that. Okay, I understand that.
And what more do you want?
Listen to me.
Jason didn't go and kill him because of me. Jason went over there to kill him because he wanted to go over there to rob him and take his money. Things got out of hand and they killed him. What more do you understand? That's what he told me. This is what Jason told me.
I don't care what Jason told you. I don't care what Jason's told you.
I didn't tell him because you think I told him to go over there and kill him.
Missy, stop talking.
Is that what you want me to tell you?
Missy, I want you to stop talking for a few minutes.
No, I just want to go to Alpina.
I just want you to stop talking for a few minutes, okay?
I don't even want to talk.
Okay, why don't you want to talk to us? We're here to help you today.
Because you're trying to tell me what the truth and I'm trying to give it to you. You won't even listen to me.
You know what, Missy? You're not trying to be truthful right now. You're just upset and you're just blurting stuff out.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I never told Jason. You think I told Jason go there kill? Don't
Missy,
you?
I'm not going to answer that question.
That's what you want me to tell you. That's what you want me to tell
I
you.
want you to stop talking.
And we need for you to listen right now, okay?
Alright.
You are talking and interrupting us. Missy, listen.
Wait,
No.
Wait, I can leave one thing out.
No.
I gave Jason $200 a couple weeks before the murder because Jimbo had given me some money.
Melissa thinks she's smart, so she explains that she had given James $200 a few weeks before the murder because he needed the money. Melissa's strategy is that not only was James broke, so she had nothing to gain from him, but he was also her closest friend, and she would never do anything to harm him.
But I think that the relationship started out very great, but I think somewhat this jealousy issue and some of the things that started going on became a very frustrating situation. And when Jason came back into your life, he has not been the best of influences on you, obviously. And by your own admission, even in the car, that why the hell did he come back after 8 years and why has he put me in this position, okay? You guys, you got pissed off at Jimbo, All right. No, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't shake your head. I want you to listen
No,
to me.
it's not true.
Melissa, you don't even know the whole story.
You don't
Just
even know
listen.
yet,
Just
okay?
listen.
I think that between you and Jimbo, that there was times because of the jealousy, things that were going on, there was some other girls that started coming around, and I think that's very frustrating.
A lot of girls would go over here.
Exactly. And you know what? When you care about somebody, it's like you said, he's mine and I'm his. And by God, I don't want that going on.
I never, ever in my whole entire life have ever sent Jason over to kill Jimbo. Never.
Okay.
And you'll never hear me tell you that because
Okay,
it will never
what
be
I
the
think
truth.
happened, what I think the truth is here, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, the truth is that you were talking shit in front of Jason and Jason took it to heart.
The detectives realize they probably won't be able to get her to confess that she told Jason to murder James, so their plan is to get her to admit that while she was angry, she said she wished James wasn't alive, and Jason took her statement seriously.
Because I'm still going to get charged with those charges.
You're going to be charged, but you know what? What makes the difference?
Still going to sit in prison.
That's
What
what
makes the difference?
Listen to me.
Missy,
Okay.
listen.
Why
Missy,
should I go and tell
Missy,
the truth?
Missy,
I'll sit
listen.
my prison time. I'll sit it.
Missy, listen.
Because I'm going to sit it either way I look at it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not. I want
Yes,
you to
I am.
listen for a minute, okay? What the decision is here is whether or not you're being cooperative. And when we can sit down and say, you know what, Missy did some things, but she's a good person. She doesn't have a big violent history, but she got wrapped up into some things that she shouldn't. She made some bad decisions. These are why she made some bad decisions. Her life was pretty rough all growing up. But all of a sudden, you get older, here's a guy that's treating you great, and all of a sudden your life is changing within a matter of a couple
You're not
of days.
making any sense because you just keep saying the same thing
You know
over and over and you want me to tell you the truth, but I don't
No,
understand what I
Missy.
did and what I said to make
Missy.
Jason go over
Missy,
here.
shut up
I
for
don't
just a second,
understand.
okay? But what the difference is here is once the prosecutor and the judge and the other detectives are aware, hey, this is what happened. People do things for all kinds of reasons. And the people that are sorry,
Since the detectives have already shown her the warrants for her arrest, their plan is to imply that if she is honest, the judge may go easy on her.
I'm not going to be out for what's the difference.
you know what, that's up to you. That's up to you.
You're not going to get me out by next week by going up there and telling them any kind of shit because they're fucking bricks.
Do you want to be involved in your son's?
I'm not going to be there. I'm not going in orange. Look, I may have said some things about Jimbo.
I think that you did say some things to Jason that you wish he was dead and that you wish, you know, he would just die and that you knew that he had
I
a
may have
car.
said something like that, but I never, ever, ever in my life have ever asked Jason to go over and kill him.
Okay, and maybe you didn't cross that line, but in Jason's mind, that's what you were asking.
But I didn't say that Jimbo had money.
You didn't say what?
I didn't say that Jimbo had money. That Jimbo always carried money and stuff.
You know what, Missy? Jimbo took care of you. He always gave you money. He had that car. He told you that he was gonna leave things to you.
I told him he never made a will out because I never wanted him to. Because I didn't want anything. I don't want anything.
Regardless-
I didn't want his
regardless of
house. I didn't want his car. I didn't want anything if he died.
You know what?
All I wanted was him standing there next to
Remember
me.
all these things.
Do you want to
Yeah.
hear?
Well,
I just told you what I said.
tell me exactly what you said to Jason.
I didn't say it to Jason.
Okay, who'd you say it to?
I was talking to Jimbo on the phone. I already told you that just 2 goddamn seconds ago.
Okay, but you also told me that you were having a conversation in front of Jason where you were.
Jason was standing across the yard with Larry
Lower your
and
voice.
heard me on the phone with Jimbo.
Okay.
I just told you that 2 seconds
And what
ago.
exactly did you say?
Just told him that I wish he was dead.
Okay. That you wish he was dead?
Melissa admits that after an argument with James, she told him that she wished he was dead while Jason was standing nearby. Melissa thinks that admitting this will get her out of trouble, but it only gives the detectives more ammunition to use against her.
You guys are believing all these people that have back records. Go ahead and believe them, because you know what? Because when I'm done, everybody's getting sued. Everybody.
You know what?
State police, city
See,
police,
I don't care
sheriff's
about that.
department, lawyers, judges, they're all getting
Stop.
sued.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to stop.
Listen.
I have 2 kids that I want to go home to
And
now.
you know what?
And you ain't going to make a difference.
You're not helping yourself out here
I don't
today at all.
care because I'm going to sue them. As soon as I'm done, I'm proving that I'm not
And-
guilty.
And Missy, I don't care about that. You can sue whoever you want to through this whole thing. I could care less, okay?
I'm going
But
to.
what I care about today is that you don't walk out of this room getting yourself jammed up more. Missy was involved in killing Jimbo, and she could give a shit.
That's what you guys want me to tell you. I killed him. I sent Jason over there to kill him. Fine, that's what I'll tell you. I sent Jason over there to kill him. There, you happy? Is that what you want to hear?
Give me more detail.
I didn't send him over there.
Okay, what I want from you today is the truth. Okay.
I already told you the truth.
But you know what?
Take a lie detector test and find out the truth if you want it some goddamn bad.
That's right.
All right. That's what you're trying to tell me. There's more to it. There's more to it.
There is more to it. You know,
I may have said that I wanted him dead, but I never sent anybody over there to goddamn kill him.
You got into a position where you were angry with him. You were frustrated with what the relationship was. And so at that point in time, you started with, I just wish he was dead. I wish he had just died. And I understand that. You're frustrated.
But I didn't expect anybody to go kill him.
Okay.
The conversation changes and they begin talking about what Melissa was doing on the night of the murder. The detectives imply that they believe Melissa went to James's house after he was killed. Melissa does not like this accusation.
Go talk to Laura Spencer.
Missy.
I don't. No, let me out of this room. I want to go down with Peter right now. I do not go to Jimbo's house.
Well, you know what? There's some things that you're saying here that's alluding to that.
I did not.
Missy.
When I left the bingo hall, I went to my house. I unlocked my mother's door. Jason was not there. I went down to my cousin Laura Spencer's house, which is 2 doors goddamn down. She got in the car with me. We drove down to Crackle Barrel, which is where we ran into Jason. We drove back to Laura's house, dropped Laura off. Jason got out of my car. My mom and dad were in my backyard. I had asked them to go get Jason's clothes at the house. I drove back to the bingo hall instead of the bingo hall.
That's what I'm telling you. I think your memory is pretty darn good because you're able to spit things out to me.
But I did not go to Jimbo's house.
All right.
What Jason said to me was, he come into the bingo hall, and I went to go get my kiss and hug because I didn't know at the time. And he says, I killed her. I said, you killed who? He said, I killed the old man. I said, you didn't. He said, I did.
And how do you know who he was talking about?
I said, because he said the only old man that I knew was Jimbo. It's the only old guy that I hung around with. What do you want to know? Just spit out, flat out, ask me what the f*** you want to know, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Shut up. All right, just shut up.
No, because I'm not going to play these mind games. What about Larry? What about this? What about that? What about this?
All right.
Just like that little boy at home. He suffers because he has no idea who the dad is, and I don't even know.
Do we look at you as a cold-hearted murderer, which is what you're being charged with, or do we look at you as
I'm not
somebody...
being charged with murder. I'm being charged with homicide.
Same thing. Okay?
Homicide is less than murder.
Missy, you wanna debate this, or do you wanna listen?
Listen.
Okay? Do you want to be portrayed as this cold-hearted killer who plots and schemes to kill this guy that did nothing for her but give her money, give her his car, and do all these nice things for her? Or do you want to sit and explain, you know what, this is a situation that got out of hand and I never meant for it to get this way? And I think that you're the last one. I think you're the person that it got out of hand and you never meant it to get that way. And that's what I'd like to be able to sit down and talk with the prosecutors and with the detectives about. And
God, you guys think I told everybody that I wanted them dead? What the Tell me who I told and I'll tell you if I told them.
let's talk about conversations that you've had with Angela about Jimbo. Angela certainly has told us, and you've already told me, Angela's honest, April's honest, okay, that, you know what, you stood to gain everything. You were going to get everything once Jimbo died, and that you had made comments like, God, I wish he was dead. I'm going to get everything.
I did tell Auntie that I'd get the new car. And I had told Auntie that Jimbo had told me that everything was mine if he ever died. Yeah, I did tell Auntie that.
And
that I was lying about.
Right, and out of frustration, that you've also told Angie, just like you told Jessica, just like you told some of these other people, God, I wish you'd hurry up and die. I'll get this
I said if he ever dies, I said I guess I'm lucky. That's what I told my sister Angela. I didn't know what I told Sister Angela. Same thing I told April.
Don't tell me that you didn't stand something to gain. You've already told everybody. I stand to gain the house, the car, some money, whether or not he has a will or not, because there's nobody else there, and he's already told you that. Could you have possibly said that to somebody? You know, I've got money coming from him when he's done. I'll pay you to do it, just because you're mad, just like you got it out.
I could have.
Okay. There's no doubt you did. There's no doubt you did, because you're frustrated. Okay, you're frustrated.
Frustrated about Jimbo and you's relationship.
And you've got a fantastic memory.
Melissa finally admits that in a fit of anger, she could have told someone that she would pay them if they would kill James for her.
I will plead guilty to one thing was conspiracy to commit to crime because I knew that he was going to burn that house down because he told me ahead of time.
Okay, Missy.
We know that, Missy.
Missy, I want you to think because you said you needed to think about this and you've had a minute to think. There's no doubt in my mind that
I probably said it.
yes or no, it's not a probably, you know you said that.
I guess
Who did
I
you say that to?
Probably Larry.
Okay, and Larry's other buddy that was there?
Vic?
Okay. Could you have said that to Jason?
No. You guys think I'm dumb and don't know what I say? I didn't even really talk to Jason. The only thing I did with Jason, I slept with him one night, turned around 3 days later, he killed my best friend. I did not tell Jason I would pay him to kill Jimbo.
You've said some things to us. You've yelled at us. You've screamed at us because you're mad and you're frustrated. And we understand that.
But I still don't understand how it's going to help.
Missy, trust me, okay? Remember I said there's got to be a little bit of trust here. Those things that were said, you never told anybody before until us. Right? You haven't told anybody. You haven't admitted to anybody that, yeah, I made those statements. But I didn't mean it. You need to, those are the things that we're talking about here. Those are the statements that you said that you didn't mean that someone else misconstrued. And that's their problem. Your problem is, we know that you've said those statements because you told us you have.
Do you wanna continue talking?
I'm not so you can sit there and downgrade me and my goddamn family.
Missy,
You wanna-
And make things worse.
Okay,
So I don't talk to my family
We're done.
ever
Okay.
again. This
Missy.
and that, your family's blaming it on
Hey,
you.
Missy.
You killed him. Fine, I killed him. Is that what you want to hear?
No. Sit down.
No, I'm sick and tired of talking to you because you're
Missy.
pissing me off.
I understand that. I understand that. You don't like it. No, yes or no?
Fine, yes, just quit nitpicking at me. And he knows he's guilty and he already pled guilty.
Well, part of it is, I'm not gonna sit here and promise you anything.
And I'll tell you why he pled guilty.
And I want you to
honey.
understand
He
that.
pled guilty because he made a plea bargain to testify against me.
Don't you think I know all this stuff?
That's okay, because I'm ready for him. You know what's weird? Jason supposedly went over and tell Jimbo that I was pregnant with his kid. That baby's not his.
Do you think that we don't know some of those things?
I don't know whose that baby's is.
You're
I don't
being
understand.
charged because you haven't been completely truthful, okay?
But how the f are you going to charge somebody higher than what they're charging him?
They charged him, but they let him plead.
So what is he? How long is he sentenced?
I have no idea. That I'm not even involved in. I'm not even involved in that. What I'm here to deal with is you today.
That's not fair, though.
Missy, Rochelle asked you a question. Who else did you say it to?
I don't know. Larry, Jesse, whoever the f I said to, I said it to everybody, okay, there.
Did you say it to Jason?
Sure, why not?
I'm asking you a question.
I said sure, why not?
That's what I'm asking you.
Sure.
Okay, tell me what your conversation was with
Didn't have a conversation, all I said is Jimbo needs to be dead. There.
Okay.
So I can have everything. There, are you happy there? I told you.
And what did Jason say when you said that?
He didn't say anything. Not a word. And he walked away.
All right. Where were you guys at when that conversation
I
took
don't
place?
know. The only thing I ever said was, if Jimbo was dead, to Jason, I said, if Jimbo was dead, I'd own everything. I have a house. And Jason said something about, you wouldn't keep the house, we'd sell it or something, or tear the house down and sell the property or something.
Okay.
I said, if somebody would just kill him, I'd have money, and I'd have everything.
In the end, both Melissa and Jason would be charged with first-degree murder. Prosecution showed the jury that Melissa believed she would inherit everything James owned if he died. They also showed that she had attempted to manipulate several men, including Jason, to kill him. Melissa planned out the murder from start to finish, even drawing Jason a map of James's home. Both Melissa and Jason would be found guilty and sentenced to the rest of their lives in prison. What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.